5 items that I want to visit with you about this evening. The first of those would be an update on the traffic signals and turn lanes for the exit and entrance ramps at the I-35 and Covell intersection. This is an ODOT project, and the plans for that are now 95% complete. Our people recently met with the engineer to review the timing of the signals for that project as well. We anticipate that we'll receive the final plans for that project in November, and the goal at this point is to advertise for bids in December. Our people are double checking with ODOT also on everything else to make sure we have done everything needed in order to allow this project to move forward. Just as a reminder, it became necessary to accelerate this project because of the significant increases in traffic that we've had in the last couple of years due to the additional major activities that are now in the area. This also resulted in the city having to fund the entire cost of the project, and we have allocated $3 million in this year's budget in the 2000 capital improvement sales tax to accomplish the project. The second item is an update on AMI and smart meters. Some of the electric meters, water modules, and communications gateways have been installed to pick up the data from the meters in the test area. And ultimately that area will include around 530 electric meters and about 240 water meters. We've identified some mechanical communication issues with the project, and once those have been resolved, then we'll install additional meters in the test area as well. IT continues to work on the interfaces that will move the data basically from the meters to the billing system. The estimated time frame for the test area rollout is about April of next year. And if that time frame is met, then the system-wide rollout of this entire project should be started sometime next fall. The project will cost around $16 million with those costs divided between the electric and water departments. And I also want to touch again, I think every time we talk about this, it's important for our people, our citizens, and everyone to remember some of the main benefits of AMI smart meters. I'm going to focus on 4 of those. The first one is that it's a reduction, or will reduce, distribution system losses. The second one is it will reduce peak demand. The third one is that it will reduce upfront capital costs. And the fourth one is it will improve outage reporting and our response to those outages. So I think it's very important for people to remember just exactly why this is such an important project to us. And the third item I want to touch on tonight is an update on water system capital projects. 2 specific projects tonight: the control building and the Arcadia Lake intake structure. The control building will replace the existing administration building at the water plant. Construction on that portion began actually in July of last year. At the current time, it's about 60% complete, and we anticipate that the entire control building will be completed sometime early in the next calendar year. The cost is about $7.5 million, and it will be funded through the State Drinking Water Revolving Loan Fund. The second project I want to talk about in this area is the intake structure that will replace the original water intake at Arcadia Lake that was built with the original lake project in 1987. The design capacity of the new intake is about 65 MGD, or million gallons per day, as compared to the current intake, which only allows for about 12 MGD. The new intake will be located near the Lake Office Park, and the cost is estimated at $45 million. Our engineering people hope to bid the project early next year, and the new intake will be able to take all the maximum amount basically of the permitted water that we have available to us in the future in order to facilitate future water treatment upgrades. And both of these projects were approved unanimously by the 5 of you as part of the revised water master plan update that was done in June of last year, 2019. The 4th item is an update on sales and use taxes, and we've now received our 4th monthly check of the current fiscal year, and that data for sales tax certainly reflects that our sales tax collections have slowed for the past couple of months, as they basically have for most of the cities that are in our comparison area. Our sales tax revenue increased slightly from the same period a year ago, but basically by only about half of 1%. However, I think it's important to keep in mind that we're now a third of the way through the fiscal year, and we have a cumulative 3.73% increase after those 4 months. And in the current unknown environment, we feel that is still very good, especially when you consider that you compare that to our 0 growth annual budget projection as well. And this data basically reflects sales tax collections for the last 2 weeks of August and the first 2 weeks of September. Use tax revenue is up 13% for the month, and it cumulatively is now up about 21% for the year. Our combined sales and use tax revenue is up for the year about 7.25%. So overall, we still are doing very well, and especially again considering all the unknowns of the current environment that we're in. And the last item I want to talk to you about tonight is Conservation University. We're wrapping up the first year of our new water conservation educational program, which is called Conservation University. The campaign is based on a higher education theme that engages our residents as, quote, students to help all of us learn the importance of conserving water and the best ways to do so. The marketing department has worked with Water Resources and also Oklahoma State University at Oklahoma City to build a free resource with lots of helpful information. This is on our website, and it's basically edmondwater.com/cu. We anticipate that this campaign will last several years, and new materials will continue to be added to it on a regular basis. So it's an important focus for us. I think it's been a focus of our organization for a long time in terms of appropriate conservation and stressing the need to continue that.